Chicago Friday night. Thousands of anti-Trump protesters forced Donald Trump to cancel his rally.
Well, last night's Donald Trump rally in Chicago has been postponed on security concerns after protests erupted before the candidate ever took the stage.
We've all seen the footage by now, the pushing, the shoving, the punching even, the police having to intervene at Donald Trump's rally. It was a group of organized thugs using violence to shut down political speech. Saul Alinskyite trained, organized left-wing thug.
There's an old saying in Tennessee, I know it's in Texas, probably in Tennessee, that says, "Fool me once, shame on you." If fool me, we can't get fooled again.
You know, my dad had another saying, and I've been saying this for 20 years. They're gonna put you all back in chains. They're gonna put you all back in chains. They're gonna put you all back in chains.
Time we stop. Hey, what's that sound? Everybody look what's going down.
But whenever these black Democrats are exposed to the racist history of the Democratic Party, they often repeat their learned response. They repeat that urban legend that somehow the Democratic Party and the Republican Party switched. At some point in time in history, that racist Democrats became your modern day racist Republicans. And your good Abe Lincoln, free and slave Republicans became your modern day help black folks out with welfare Democrats. It all sounds just so magical, doesn't it?
22 million black victims of Americanism are waking up, and they're gaining a new political consciousness, becoming politically mature. They see that the whites are so evenly divided that every time they vote, the race is so close they have to go back and count the votes all over again. And which means that any block, any minority that has a block of votes that stick together is in a strategic position. Either way you go, that's who gets it. You're the one who has that power. You can keep Johnson in Washington, D.C., or you can send him back to his Texas cotton patch. You're the one who sent Kennedy to Washington. You're the one who put the present Democratic administration in Washington, D.C. The whites were evenly divided. It was the fact that you threw 80% of your votes behind the Democrats that put the Democrats in the White House. When you see this, you can see that the Negro vote is the key factor. And despite the fact that you are in a position to be the determining factor, what do you get out of it? The Democrats have been in Washington, D.C. only because of the Negro vote. All other legislation they wanted to bring up, they brought it up and gotten it out of the way, and now they bring up you. And now they bring up you. You put them first and they put you last. Because you're a chump. Political chump. Anytime you throw your weight behind a political party and that party can't keep the promise that it made to you during election time, and you're dumb enough to walk around continuing to identify yourself with that party, you're not only a chump, but you're a traitor to your race. And what kind of alibi do they come up with? they try and pass the buck to the Dixiecrats. Now, back during the days when you were blind, deaf, and dumb, ignorant, politically immature, naturally you went along with that. But today, as your eyes come open and you develop political maturity, you're able to see and think for yourself. And you can see that a Dixiecrat is nothing but a Democrat in disguise.